right, man. Welcome to the Longer Than a Decade podcast, episode 105. Another beautiful day in South Florida, man. Your boy got 2 torn meniscuses. You know what I'm saying? I can't bend my knees the way it's supposed to. I can't, you know what I'm saying? Pause, by the way. That sounded crazy.
Wow.
Pause, by the way.
That's nutty. Go crazy,
I try to go clean my son's toy box, try to pick up the toy, bro. I'm like, damn, this shit like real. This shit real. It's not, by the way, I can still walk, do all my normal functionality, but it's uncomfortable. That's all I can say. It's how I can the only way I can explain it. It's just uncomfortable. I can still do it, but it's like,
you got any surgery or anything like that?
I got to get an MRI.
Look Kawhi.
Hey, when the doctor when the doctor said, hey bro, when the doctor said you need an MRI, I was like, holy shit. I immediately was like, damn. Kawhi. Like,
I seen him on the sideline. I seen him walking around. Hey, that man, no. All right, let me do too many jump dunks. All right.
Nah, bro. Like, I feel like I'm Kawhi when he had the suitcase as a crutch. That shit from the movies in the Olympics.
Man.
They told that nigga, go home, bro.
Oh shit.
Go home, bro.
You're not supposed to be here.
Yeah, for sure.
Kawhi actually, like, if it wasn't for injuries, would be in a totally different conversation.
For sure.
I mean, he was to Max Kellerman. That nigga
said. Him and D Rose are the biggest. Like, yeah, I don't know. This could change.
D Rose
too.
Brandon.
Yeah, I was a fan.
Penny
they said that nigga was rivaling Kobe, bro. Like,
he was.
Just like Penny was rivaling Jordan.
Yeah.
In 2019, though, Kawhi Leonard could not be stopped.
No,
KD was the only nigga who could have done it though, for sure. But
KD was waxing him.
They called him what, a cyborg?
Yeah.
The shit that nigga was doing in the playoffs, bro. It reminds me of like what Jimmy was doing from 8 seed to this, but way more like higher level. Like that shot on the 76ers was fucking ridiculous, bro.
Like,
it said Joel crying in the tunnel.
Brother, I don't blame Joel. Did you see how many times?
Bro,
I would be flipping shit.
Ugly cry too. Ugly cry. Yeah.
Like, to the point where they would have had a better chance if they goaltended and then took another shot.
Yeah.
Versus letting it bounce 7 times.
Hey, can I ask you a question? Do you feel like that was the 76ers best team?
1000%.
1000%. Okay, I just want to make sure we're in agreement because Johnny likes to argue that.
Nah,
it is.
Jimmy, Ben,
Reddick,
and JJ is just,
bro.
He's a golden piece. Him, Corv, they're just golden pieces. Like, you can have
Luke Kennard.
Yeah, golden pieces.
Yeah. Golden pieces.
Pin downs, Pin downs, easy.
You can't leave him. Don't leave him if you want to.
Yeah. They had a great.
Leave my white boy if you want to.
That was Reddick's career high. 18 a game.
Leave my white
easy
boy
shots.
Stupid.
But you gonna pay every time. Them 18 hurt you every single time.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, every time, bro, for sure.
Like Kyle Korver was having the nastiest year with the Hawks. Oh my God, they were just that was pure team play. No other, just team
straight
ball.
Picks.
Kick, dash, kick, dash.
The Hawks were brolic too, bro. Like,
they were
get hit by Josh Smith, bro.
Yeah, Paul Millsap wasn't a little boy.
Horford.
He was Atlanta's Zach Rudolph. Like, not as big, but energy wise, I like Millsap, man.
But man, Griff, we talk hip hop on here a lot. Hip hop is like ingrained in my DNA, really. You feel what I'm saying? I guess, how do you and Rella meet? Let's talk about that really quick. Because Rella, you've known Griff for a while now.
Yeah, I met him. So I did a show, the same show that I think Mark saw me first at.
Is that what it is? I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, because
the Sean show.
The Sean show, yeah. So
I feel like every day we shout out Mark Edmond, bro.
Mark Edmond.
Mark Edmond, shout out to you, man.
Mark Edmond.
Mark Edmond is everywhere.
And
Mark,
you better say his name.
Mark Edmond, if you didn't know.
I see him a lot, and I see him doing his thing.
Yeah. He's doing his thing.
He worked. He worked for real.
Beat the soil. But yeah, I did a show. Sean pulled me up, killed the shit, smoked it. I had already knew Casso prior to the show, and he also performed. So, as I'm leaving, you know what I'm saying, everybody leaving out. Chris said, good shit, bro. Like, hit me up. So, you know what I mean? I follow him, and I went into his track train. I'm like, bro, this shit sounds crazy.
First of all, no one talks about track train like that no more.
Yeah.
Hey,
boy.
Hey, I gotta say something though. Really helped me out so much in that time period of my life, bro. Like, I really wish he would have hit me up before he went to Track Train, because Track Train is, you got to put your money up there, whatever. But man, during that time period, we was in that apartment. I didn't live there, but Don lived there, and we was thugging it, and really blessed me, which blessed all of us.
Word.
Like, you don't know what you did for us
at
that time, bro. Like, you have no idea what you did at that time period.
I didn't know. So yeah, bro, I copped like 4 beats, and then he hit me up immediately like, hey bro, like I could give it to you wholesale. So I'm like, let me get 6 of them bitches. So I pulled up to the department that you talking about in Sunrise, and you know, he cooked up a ton of fucking beats right in front of me. Choose 2, bro, I got you. I said, all right, bet. I took it to the crib, recorded all 6 of them bitches, and then I hit up Ant, and I'm like, Ant, bro, I just need 2 hours, bro. 2 hours for 6 records? I said, yes. All I need is 2 hours.
Oh, that means you was super inspired, nigga.
Yeah.
You had them shits out the gate.
He's like, if you sure 2 hours is enough, bro, I got you. So boom, boom, boom. Shoot some shit. You know what I mean? I pull up. Griff was there too. We got behind the scenes shit on my YouTube. It took me an hour and 30. Something like that. So yeah, bro, I was locked in.
No, it was a good first impression. Even just meeting at the show, but the studio really, you know, that I remember that sat with me. You know, in that time period, we didn't really have a lot of people coming in there and just handling business. You know, sometimes people like to. He just got straight to it. Sometimes he didn't even have the phone, right, reading his lines, and that stuff like that inspires me because that means you know what you're talking about. And just the session alone, and like I said, it's on YouTube. Y'all can go see it. It's just straight hip hop.
Yeah. Just to educate Ricky really quick. Ricky, Track Train is basically a site where you can grab beats for a price.
Yeah, it's a marketplace for beats for each producer that puts their beats on there. Like BeatStars, but a different platform.
Yeah.
Much. That's basically what Track Train is. Early on when I first started rapping or figuring this shit out, I had to learn about like Track Train. I was on Track Train a lot, but I feel like Track Train had a lot more soulful niggas on there. It's a lot more people who make soul hip hop type of style. And then I was on Dat Piff a lot.
Really?
Yeah, Dat Piff. Dat Piff had like instrumentals and shit. Yeah.
Now? Like last
we're talking about like 2014.
Yeah, way back when he first started.
Yeah. I've been well, let me say this. I put out my first tape in 2015. I had turned 22. And that was like I feel like that was my introduction. I'm not a person who's timid. I let the world be my what do you call it, Rella? I'm trying to figure out the word.
Canvas?
Yeah. I'll let the world like tell me what they think about it, because I'm not a nigga who's gonna sit here and be like, oh damn, no, this nigga say I suck. Oh my God, no. Like, I'm more so, okay, let me take all this feedback in and put it into the second project.
Right.
You know? I feel like that's the best way you can learn, by experience. Just throw the shit out there, see what people think. If you get like 10 negative comments and 1 positive comment, well, that positive comment might outweigh the negative comments.
That's a fact.
You know, maybe he might have a real critique for you, and that's how you get better at everything you do. And I feel like that's how I've reached the level I've been at. Because low-key, Griff, I ain't know who Rella was. He didn't know who I was until like Twitter, and I was rapping, and then Rella found my music, and I found his music. I think Rella did some shit at the flea market, if I remember correctly. No, it wasn't you. It was Casso. My bad. I think of Casso. Right. But I, just connected off music is just incredible, and basketball too. You know what I mean? Like basketball really connects men as well. But I feel like experience, when you really put yourself out there, is super keen, right? I really want to know, honestly, you rap and you produce. Yes, you niggas, you hybrid niggas, you scared.
Whoa.
You too. You scare me too, nigga. Both of y'all niggas, you know what I'm saying?
Brother, don't even argue.
Crazy. J. Cole, Griff, you know what I'm saying? Brother, y'all scare me. How do you do that? How the fuck do y'all do that? Because I want to do it too, low-key. By the way.
Me, this only happened, I've been writing a lot since high school.
Nice.
Never took it as seriously as I should have took it, but last 3 years, God rest his soul, Darius, Don.
Yeah, Don Marvel.
Like after that, like I took his energy that he had for that rapping and everything, and I really honed in on that.
Right. Because
I feel like that was my piece. He encouraged me to rap, even when I did not want to at all. Like I'm a producer first. Like you're gonna hear my beats first. But after that, and understanding how he affected my life, like, oh, this is my purpose now with you, I'm gonna keep that going. So I just went crazy after that.
Yeah.
I wrote a 16 every day. Now I have 3 vocal projects that I'm very proud of. And even in the cover art, you can see little bits and pieces if you're paying attention of down there. So, you know, it's just paying homage and just hip hop too. Like just taking care of the community, making sure you're staying true to your people too, bro. Like that helps you get to that specific skill level.
Yeah.
Or just skill generally.
I got a question, bro. Talk to me about Paradigm himself. How long it took you to create that?
Well, first of all, tell the audience what that is too.
That is
newest album.
Paradigm itself. Thank you, really. That is my latest album that I actually fully produced myself, fully wrote everything, Ant mixed and mastered it.
Shout out Ant.
And of course, shout out Ant, the producer. Vader is on the last track, Trade Lines. So he had his hand in co-production on that, but everything else was really me. That was really me taking the last 4 years of my life and putting it into a project. And even from the cover art, shout out to Broken HQ in Brazil. He made that for me, the cover art front and back. And he really embodied what it was that I was thinking about and how I felt. Like the cover art, my body's black, but my head is gold. So it's like, I'm really trying to, as much as I'm in my flesh, like I'm really trying to expel everything that I learned and put it in a project, and that's what that is.
Fire.
So, yeah.
Fire.
And that's everything of myself. And it may not teach you everything about me, but through the music, the lessons I'm trying to teach people from the root to the fruit, like that's what it is. Like that's just me right there.
That's
to the next one.
I think I'm working on the similar. I think that's a perfect way to describe what I'm working on now. I've been working on this project I'm working on now since I was 26 or 25, one of those. I'm 31 now. So it's been, I think that's a similar thing, like five or 6 years of my life wrapped up into this one project. But I think every year something's leveled up. You feel what I'm saying? So
it took 2 years to make though.
Okay.
No. It took 1 year to make. I took a year off and then it came out this year. Okay. So it took a couple months to mix and master because Audio-Technica.
That sensitive ass nigga.
And still trying to understand mixing my voice too, like really getting comfortable with this, with my tone.
Yeah.
Like that was difficult.
Yeah, people don't really understand that.
I listen to y'all music, bro. Like, y'all know how to handle your tone. Martin, you be singing and shit. So like, I'm like, damn, I really had to figure out how to use my shit, bro. Like,
that's years of practice, bro. It's an instrument. So, Cause people always tell me like, this don't even sound like you. That means I'm skilled at what I do, bitch.
Exactly.
Yes, that means it works. Yeah,
bro,
that's the point.
I had a friend tell me like, yo, he's like, you sound taller than you look, and I'm like, bro, I'm already tall, bro.
Yeah, like what? You're taller than me.
That's fire, bro.
And I'm like, wow, okay, that's cool. I like that.
No, but I think it's more so like that switching. What taught me is switching from singing to rapping and back to rapping. Drake inspired a lot of it. Talking about early Drake, how he I was always figuring out how the hell does this man go into these pockets and then come back to the chorus so fucking smooth. I thought it was like effects and all kinds of shit, but it's really him. And then 40 kind of drops the effects after. Yeah. And I was like, I gotta learn how to do this, bro. There's no way. Yeah, and that's how it happened. I think 30 minutes from Miami, the one I got with Casso, cause shout out to Casso really quick, cause we shooting a video for that very soon. That song is one of my top favorites. And by the way, the dude who mixed it also made the beat.
Oh, great.
And he's been asking me to record with him for a minute. So that was like our first like session. Casso wrote the verse in 15 minutes in front of me.
Sounds like Casso.
Literally.
Sounds like Casso.
I gotta say, I had all the faith in the nigga. I said, go ahead, do your thing, bro. That's literally what I did. Sit back.
Yeah, just let him sit in the back for a little bit. Yeah. He'll be there in a second.
It's a great song. I love the song. I love the record. Yeah, I love the record, bro. But who is like some of your biggest inspirations, producer wise, and let's say just in music? Like who really inspires Griff these days, bro?
These days, well,
let's say overall. Let's
producer wise,
yeah.
We gonna go Flying Lotus.
Oh my god. I forgot
that's
about
automatic.
That's what I told him when I met him. I'm like, bro, you remind me of Fly Lotus.
Yeah, that's a perfect. Perfect.
And now I don't even be in that pocket like I used to no more. So nowadays I'm trying to be more experimental. But Flying Lotus #1, because I can't sit like, of course, Alchemist. But #2 is Madlib automatically.
Fire.
I probably know or listen to every Madlib album or mixtape that probably came out. Then Quasimodo is too, so that's probably my biggest influence. And then I'm gonna go down to Havoc because I'm a big Mobb Deep fan. I'm gonna go to Q-Tip. I don't listen to the music too much, but the production be killing me. Like, it made me want to go just turn my computer on. I gotta go back to like Low End Theory producers too, from Knowledge to Sam I Am to like people like that. Like they fucked my brain up when it came to making beats, bro.
Yeah,
I know we have those like pioneers like Ninth Wonder, Pete, Dilla, all those, but they hit the core. But the experimental stuff, like I heard in that time, that's why I made beats for real. And
that's fire.
You know, that's really what it is. Like that Low End Theory time, that fucked my brain up. From Mind Design to all them boys, just from the equipment they had, to everything they were just making, it just really blew my mind. So I had to get right.
Nah, I feel you, bro. That's a fucking crazy list, nigga. A lot of people don't even know about a lot of the niggas he just named, bro.
Yeah,
because they only know like Metro Boomin, and they only know. But you just
I'm niggas.
Conversations be kind of interesting sometimes when you hear like influences. I'd be like, damn, there's only y'all talking about only 10 years ago and stuff like that. So, you know, it's like, it's all interesting, but you know, you can hear it in what they make too. You can hear it in what they use. You hear it in everything. So.
Do you remember the first beat you ever made?
A James Bond beat. I think it's on SoundCloud.
Jesus Christ.
James Bond sample? GoldenEye?
Yeah, no, You Only Live Twice. It's on SoundCloud, but it's under an old alias. I used to call myself M3, but now I changed it to my last name, which is my artist name.
Bruh, James Bond be having some tracks, nigga.
Yeah.
I remember I went to the James Bond, I think, event, and I watched the intro had like the most beautiful music I just ever heard. Like,
they take it to a different level, especially the older ones. It's all orchestra and shit.
Yeah.
Do you ever or have you ever sampled like anime songs? Because some animes be having some really good like music. Yeah,
I noticed that. I came across a lot of like Lupin the Third shit.
Right. Yeah.
And I know they use that anime somewhere.
Yeah.
So like stuff like that, I probably definitely sampled to that's anime based, but nothing directly from an anime that I was like, oh yeah. Like Samurai Champloo is already, you know, stuff like that is already like made from Ujabis and stuff like that. So it's like,
Cowboy Bebop has like some of the greatest. Like, yeah,
that's probably one of my favorite animes ever. Just because, you know, it's too. It feel like I'm watching myself sometimes. So Like, damn, like, what the fuck? So yeah.
So what is the difference between Griff now versus 5 years ago? Like, if you were to pinpoint one thing that changed the trajectory of your, let's just call it a career, right? Trajectory of like who you are today. What can you pinpoint? Like, this moment changed me to get into this direction, to get into this bag, and
man, you made me spark up for that, bro.
I'm cooking over here, man.
Right, that's a good ass question, bro, because
it's important.
Important is an understatement.
Yeah.
Life, like, I've changed a lot in the last 5 years of my life, like, as a man. You feel me? Like, moving to a different state, living with my girlfriend, building that.
Do you feel like it helped your mental health too, Griff, moving?
Yes, because Florida is a very low state. The vibration even low down there, especially in Broward. I noticed I needed to be in a different environment, like even geography, you feel me? Like, I needed to see mountains and shit. That that's what I'm used to in my head. Like I'm from the Virgin Islands, so I needed a different scenery. I was traveling too much trying to get out. It's wasting money. I said, you got to go somewhere else. But it's still home in that sense.
I was almost offended, honestly, when he was like, yeah, Florida is just low. He's like, geography-wise. And I was like, okay. Fair.
I mean, it's hard to make shit shake down there, too. As a young man, like...
Crabs in the bucket. You can say it, bro. Niggas don't want to see you win. And it's facts.
I wouldn't say that.
I have a different...
You're put into survival mode
early.
Too innately.
Immediately.
Yeah.
And it's just tough.
That's fucking tough, Griff. I've been looking for a word for that.
It's tough.
It is, bro. It's tough.
Like,
we come from what really is going on. If you're from South Florida, we're in the land of the most successful niggas. So who are the people at your level or the people that you think should be at your age, your experience, whatever. There's somebody your age right now been through whatever you've been through, a millionaire right now out of South Florida, like our contemporaries.
Okay.
Are all the people who you have to look to be like, oh, this should be my equal. Those are big dudes. Like, you 31 years old. No, it's a millionaire. So you went to high school with, brother. It's not just the regular, run-of-the-mill environment to be in South Florida. It's fast. It's a lot going on. There's millionaires moving here every single day trying to move the rest of us out of here.
Right.
For this to be a state full of millionaires. Like, you could feel it in whatever city you from in South Florida. I'm from Lauderdale Lakes.
Martin made a good point though, bro. Crabs in the bucket is a real thing, even outside of music. If a nigga learns something and don't want to teach you to let you do your own way with it, that's crabs in the bucket, bro.
That's facts.
Like, if you see, like, especially if that's your dog, or even if it's an acquaintance, bro, and he give you the idea, you might could help that man. Some niggas just don't want to help people, and that's the problem.
I had to learn that early on, Riff. Like, all of my experiences.
That tidbit, that little nugget of knowledge ain't gonna kill you. You feel me? Like, it's not gonna kill you to give somebody that. And you let them see what they do with it, bro. Like,
but I think that go across state lines. I don't think that's South Florida. I know for a fact that, especially in Georgia, I know for a fact. There's crabs in the bucket everywhere. So it kind of depends on the environment that you set for yourself. But if you born into an environment, i.e. you born into South Florida, into an environment, into a neighborhood, into surroundings, you only got what's around you for real, you feel me? And you can only go as far as what's around you. So moving may be the best situation at that point. So everybody's situation is different though. Like, I feel like it just depends on what you got going on around you. Cause I know some dudes who I knew was gonna be successful when we was 13 years old. They had the correct upbringing and surrounding. I already knew. So it just depends on what's going on around you. And sometimes the best situation, as you stated, is to just get a new scenery that may be more conducive to what you got going on for your success.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing soon, Griff. November, I'm out of here, bro. Out of this bitch.
Yeah, but take your time, bro. I mean, at the end of the day, it's like...
It's just time, brother.
Yeah.
I've been plotting on it for years, Griff. This ain't just like an abrupt, like, I can't wait. Nah, we're talking 5+ years. Like, I've been ready. Nigga, I just didn't know what I wanted to do. Do I want to go see the mountains like you? Or do I want to go move in another part of Florida because I'm a Florida boy? You feel me?
I got lucky, bro. I got lucky. The location is everything, but I got lucky, so we here. Definitely enjoying it and making what it is. Like you said, like the environment. Like I'm not in the place I want to be because there's Alpharetta. There's other places that are nice.
Oh, what exit, brother?
Yeah, so it's like at the end of the day.
I lived on exit 7 for a while out there in Alpharetta, and I did a lot of business between exit 6 and 13. Goddamn me, a lot of business between
nice place. Alpharetta, you got Woodstock, man. Like,
oh yeah, I did a lot of Woodstock as well.
Ricky's been activated. So great. We're gonna move on to the next.
He know what I'm talking about.
I know that Woodstock is way calmer. Alpharetta used to be the extreme suburbs. Now it's kind of like partial suburbs because it's like a few hood niggas in the surrounding areas of Alpharetta that kind of make.
They got money now,
so it's a little. Okay. But no, Woodstock definitely more protected. That is very. They keep.
Is it equivalent to Coral Springs?
Nah, Woodstock's way better than Coral Springs. Coral Springs been got hood. No, Woodstock is still not like that.
So like Weston.
Yeah,
Weston.
Coral Springs got like too much going on. Woodstock is still like they preserved the essence.
Yeah.
You understand me?
Yeah, nah, man.
I enjoy living in Georgia though. He just opened up a memory, man. That's crazy.
I will say though, Griff, writing music is not easy. Because people think you can just write a song. Well, nowadays these jits make it look easy because they just get into the studio and they'll plug in and then like they'll just piece things together, which is cool because I feel like when you go with your first thoughts, a lot of the best music comes from like your first thoughts, right? Because you can piece things together, and that's what I've learned writing. So people look at me like I'm weird, like, oh, bro, you write. I have like the track list before I have any music written, so it can guide my thoughts on like what I want to talk about. So when I do it backwards like that, I know that's not the final track list. I know this is just a guide. Right. So when I get to because me and my producer, we make the beats together. So technically I do know how to make beats. I just don't want to get into that bag because I know that world very well. And I know how it will absorb me. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, you know what I'm talking about, Griff. Get Ableton one time and you're done. You're cooked. Like you in the
I ain't started on Ableton though.
Yeah.
We had different training grounds. My first software or just anything was like MPC Essentials.
Okay.
I thought you about to say FL Studio, bro.
Never been on that crazy ass software.
Whoa.
Be respectful, Griff. Oh my God.
I done made a lot of fire on FL. And so has Vader.
I'm a hypocrite. I would love to learn FL because they got certain things on there that is very interesting. But
all I need is a trip, bro. You already listen. It's like a language, bro. Once you know one software, bro, you know them all. You just gotta know like the shortcuts, how to maneuver, etc., bro. Like that's nothing.
That shit look alien to me though. I be telling Vay all the time, like, bro, that shit like hieroglyphics when I start watching it. So it's like,
hieroglyphics.
I see a little barber go out like.
I just knew he said Howard Griffin. I was like, who is Howard Griffin? I just knew he said Howard Griffin.
Hieroglyphics is crazy. Yeah, that's how I feel about like other editing software that's not Final Cut, like Premiere Pro. I'd be like, God damn it.
Yeah, man.
I tried it though. I tried it like a couple of times just to learn this shit because there was some like features I fuck with that Final Cut ain't got.
Exactly. Yeah, you see something, you like, okay.
But I felt like I was in a black hole, my nigga. I was like,
exactly.
Fuck? Doing shit I don't even know how to do. I'm like, how the fuck did I do that? But anyways, man, talk about the writing process really quick because being a producer, it's one thing, right? How do you write to music? Do you got to get the beat first, or do you like write the shit before the beat? I'm very curious about that.
No, I do not make beat first. It depends on the day. Some beats just hit different. It might be an old beat from 2020 that might just hit different. That I was like, okay. But usually I write every day. I write at 16 every day, and I usually stay in the same BPM range when I make a beat, so that my pocket's always there, unless I'm experimenting. But writing, I try to stay as true as possible to what the fuck is going on in my life when I write. I don't try to pull from nothing else that is a fallacy. Imagination is cool, but I can't write a verse that is not my life. Like, I can't do that. So everything, it may take a week or two, it may take a month or two. Like right now, I haven't written in a while just because like shit just, I gotta figure things out. But I make more beats than I write right now. But if I'm actively in my mode to write, I'm writing every day, 16 every day for probably a month just to get the songs out. But like, I can't write, that's not my life.
Yeah, and that's fire, bro.
That's my writing process. Like I have to make it sound cool to me, I guess, how I record it, but I can't write anything that's outside of me.
You sound just like me, bro.
It's very hard to make a song. I will turn the mic off, like, bro, this is not even me, bro.
Just do your best and give it to the people. That's what I always say. That's it. You know what I mean?
The liars make the most money.
The lies more entertaining, quote unquote.
The liars make the most.
It is. You tell me a good story, I might believe you.
Yeah,
right.
It sounds good. I thought Drake was mafioso for at least 2 months. I definitely believed it.
I'm gonna send you a video, brother.
Yo, in the 60-day span where I was like, he might do be dropping bodies in Canada. I don't believe it anymore. But it was 60 days. I was like, the best lies sound the best, man.
Yeah.
And it's sad like that too, because like dudes literally go buy a persona to be a artist, to be a musician, and become this persona. And then they get to a point where it's like, you have to be that eventually. Like somebody's gonna see what that's about, whether it's gangster, whatever the persona is. Like you can pretend to be like a an extreme artist or whatever the case may be, and you go meet with Kanye, he's like, this nigga don't know shit. This nigga been using Fruity Loops and stealing people beats, and he don't know that damn thing.
Exactly.
You feel me? Like, it's just cap as fuck. So you feel me? Like, eventually you're gonna get your card pulled. So I think that, you know, being a real artist, the J. Cole, that is the rarest artist. Like, that is the rarest kind of artist to actually make it mainstream. The person that kept it real for the most part. I mean, if he ever did lie, we don't know about it. It wasn't that deep. He ain't lying about nothing too crazy. Maybe he lost his virginity a little later, maybe a little earlier. But the story was good. We heard the song. It sounded great. You feel me? Like, we don't care about Devil's Lies. But he ain't never
real nigga shit.
You know, so like, and that's one of the realest songs you can listen to about a nigga losing his virginity. Didn't we all? You feel me? Like,
we mentioned
you probably lied on your dick before you lost your virginity. 9 times out of 10. You feel me? Like, that's how it go. You feel me? So now I think the real artist is the hardest person to break into the industry. The artist that keeps it the realest. Whereas the niggas who lie, I mean, I saw some Jesus make $1 million, and I know he was lying. He told us he was lying.
I think that's interesting though. Like, we bring up Cole, Kendrick, and all these people who stayed conscious and made it to as high as they did, because that's what all of our dreams is, right? Mm-hmm. To kind of stay true to ourselves and make a bunch of money and be loved and have sold out shows at Madison Square Garden and get on tour and rap about these things that we talked about in the neighborhood and this, and the third. And I think because I've seen it happen with Kendrick, because I thought, like, for years when Wayne was hot, you had to be like a Wayne type of nigga. You had to come from that kind of background. You got to talk about this, and the third, because aura is real, man. Rap images is real. Nowadays, creativity trumps the image. Like, look at Kendrick Lamar's Count Me Out video, where he was at a therapy session. And then in the middle of the video with him and the lady, he had the mirror, right? That, I don't see Kendrick having any kind of like image like that. I remember he was talking about that in an interview where he was like, rap image is important. But as he created art like Good Kid, Mad City, people kind of overlooked like the image, right? Wayne had an image. Rick Ross had an image, right? I think the rap persona of a rapper, tattoos, goals, you know, diamonds in your mouth, whoop whoop. But then you see a nigga like J. Cole, who's talking about losing his virginity, right? And painting a picture and making millions off that song. Then you see Kendrick Lamar saying what he's doing, making millions off that song. And then now you get to see the trickling of like the Ray Vaughns, right? I don't feel like Ray Vaughn has a rap image like that, because I didn't know who the fuck bro was until he started beefing with Joey Badass.
I disagree. That boy dropped them freestyles on Ray Vaughn.
No, but
he was like that.
Songs
though? No.
Songs, no, freestyle wise, yeah.
He can rap.
That's why I say his image.
Yeah, I don't really see he has an image. Like, if you say, okay, you listen to Ray Vaughn, name me a song. Okay, you name me a song, but then like I go to the video, and he could be wearing the same shit a nigga in another video wearing. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, it's all kind of similar. Like, Wayne was different.
So the reason why I disagree to an extent is because you say that creativity trumps the persona, but realistically,
no,
the opposite.
image. Creativity trumps image, yeah. Persona is different.
The reason why I disagree is because, well, maybe I'm using image and persona or
in the same term, yeah.
But your image on a lower level matters way more than it does up here. If you're already here, Kendrick and Drake, yes, be creative. Doesn't matter. It's going to make you $1 million regardless of whether it's the best or your worst shit you ever did. Because you're already here. Being creative down here and trying to create, like, it's very hard for you to have an outcast down here. That is very hard today, because the persona matters so much. So yeah, you may have a big boy, but a big boy and the 3 stacks to become outcast and have like, that's so off the wall right now. Gangster music is what all the lower level niggas is doing. Even to an extent that you get a Post Malone who eventually transitions in the country. You have your Texas artists who still personify as niggas in the music, even though they rap, you know, Mexicano, whatever the case may be. Their personification in their music is what niggas is on. Like, they own the same type of shit. They sip lean. They own the same type of shit that niggas have made famous or popular. So I feel like to say that the image don't matter, I feel like once you up there and you already are somebody, hire the creator.
No, I don't want to downgrade image. I'm not saying that.
You had to go viral first. You had to have something viral first. Before he could be a talented creator, he had to be a fucking walking paradox.
Yeah. He had to eat a roach and hang himself on the video.
Yeah, so I think that the image still does matter a lot, but once you do break the seal, then you can be as creative as you want to be, but you do have to break this seal. Like I tell you, with your music specifically, I think you need a song that makes your city pop. Like, make a song that's kind of based on Fort Lauderdale. Maybe something that can be sped up because you sped it up. And
levels.
So you feel me? Like, those types of ideas is the things that, all right, if you can get 5,000 people to hear you, now you can switch it up. You feel me? If you can get 15,000 people to hear you consistently, now you can be like, oh, now hear this too. You feel me? But you gotta get to the 15,000. That's the part where the image matters the most.
I think the great artists, Griff, are able to get in that bag because Ricky is 100% right. Yeah. But to also have things prepared for when people go back to listen to you, they don't put you in a box.
That's true. Agreed.
Because they will do that shit. Like, if you go and look at Griff's music and they hear all the soulful hip hop, they automatically, bro, they're gonna be like, oh, look at this J. Cole ass
Neo
nigga.
soul ass nigga.
Look at the Neo soul ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? They finna do that shit every time, bro. But when you keep them on your toes, that's why I fought with jail. Because one moment we could have this, and then we could make a 30 minutes to Miami. You feel me? So
I had somebody tell me before, keep them J Dilla ass beats. Craziest shit ever, bro.
That's crazy.
So I understand what you're saying, like, please.
Bro. And then also too, the amount of pressure, Griff, when you're dropping a project. We said it on the last episode with Campbell 2 times. A song flop, you can recover from that. But nigga, if an album flops, nigga, oh my God, they like, yo, this nigga's done.
Like that.
Yeah,
he's done. Don't even listen to him. You know what I'm saying? Bro, 14 songs are now, nobody likes one. Fuck.
Tough.
Yeah, facts.
That's my biggest nightmare. I be staying up all night, bro. I remember this one girl's tweet.
Short, you feel me? 9 songs, bro. I can't even go.
I remember this one girl tweet, bro. That was when Quavo dropped his solo album. I'll never forget this shit, bro. She said, imagine staying up all night, doing all the grinding, just for niggas to say your shit is ass. I was like, oh shit, nah, I can't, bro. I can't.
Nah, Quavo is
a
feature
just 5 niggas, just like 100, more 100 plus niggas telling
you. And you know what you battling too? The niggas who don't really listen. They go on, they hear like 10 seconds. They stop it. Trash, ass, like, trash, and they spamming that shit. Ass. Do not fucking listen to this nigga shit. Give it 2 weeks.
You got 3 songs. I ain't gonna lie. You got 3 songs that piss me off. You got 3 songs. Yeah. By the 3rd song, you still pissing me off, Lil Wayne? My bad.
Carter 6, man. Carter 6. Jesus Christ.
My bad, Wayne. I'm tripping because you're really my favorite artist of all time. But brother, like, he literally dropped No Ceilings again. Like, I need better. He dropped No Ceilings with original beats.
I was listening to just like, I was looking at like other old music videos I grew up on, like Grinding, when they had the green screen. Yeah. And all kinds of. Rick Ross has to be the funniest nigga, bro. Rick Ross is funny as hell. Like, I went back to go listen. I forgot what it was, but he jumped off of the like I-95 into the lake.
Aston Martin music.
Yeah.
Yeah, he jumped off and he went in slow mo, and it was like, that's not Rick Ross. That was somebody else.
I don't know. As far as unintentional comedy, Rick Ross and Boosie is like top 2. Top 2 niggas who be dead serious. Hilarious, dog.
But the nigga, when he was moonwalking in the tank top,
that don't never get not a chuckle out of me. That don't ever not get no laugh. Like,
so I'm watching Wayne John. Remember John?
Yeah, John.
He's in a wheelchair rapping "Big Black Nigga" and Icy Watch. I'm like, the wheelchair got spinning rims, my nigga.
Yeah.
And then when the drop come, boom, I'm swimming in the yellow bitch. That is funny, dog.
That is hard. I hate that that's so hard. I hate that because is he swimming in a yellow bitch or is he swimming in a big ass whip that's yellow? And it's so big he's swimming in it because it's a big ass whip. I hate Ross D. That nigga be rapping. He's rapping his ass off, man.
I was just like sitting back looking at all the videos I grew up on, dog. Stunting like my daddy, like, bro, like the creativity in music videos. I don't think you see that a lot anymore. I like Drake's creativity. That nigga inspires the fuck out of me, bro. Like, I can't do what he does, obviously. I mean, he's just...
Yeah, his budget is...
I mean, I just seen a nigga bet like $175 million on state. Some shit like that.
That's his lifetime earnings, though.
Okay. I don't know.
He did not bet $175 million.
It was a million. It had a couple commas, my nigga.
It's
budget different.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
they're funding him though.
Yeah, no, like they in cahoots, but it might have been 1.75 million. I don't think he's making $175 million.
Whenever he drops music videos, the quality is what I pay attention to these days. Because I think nowadays, Griff, when you're making music and you're trying to like, especially when you're just coming out, you don't want to keep doing what everybody else is doing. Like I stay the fuck away from gas stations. I stay the fuck away from parking garages. You know what I'm saying? Those are two major keys. When you're a new artist and they see that, people don't want to pay attention too much to that. But then you can fuck them up, Griff, because then you can start introducing different angles that probably weren't used before. People don't think about that in treatments. I'm actually learning that right now. That's
good though, because we need to see different angles of how the creativity can bend. You know, like I had my last video, $1 in a Dream. Shout out to Boss Magazine. Them boys really sat down with me and taught me how to like really break down the video and everything and the treatment and stuff like that. Them boys had me acting out there, you feel me? Trying to do different angles and making sure everything is good. So it's so important. Yeah. But how y'all feel about y'all budgeting when it comes to making these visual situations? Because I feel like that's one of the biggest things these days that make us different from major artists and the independent artists. Like we can go from Drake. Like one of my favorite teams right now is the Larry June team. They do an excellent job on making Larry look amazing, bro.
That's facts.
Like whoever's behind them cameras, they do a great job. I think it's Miggs or whatever his name is. Like great job, because like. But how y'all feel about how y'all deal with like y'all visuals? Because
now that I'm an editor, Griff, I'm gonna be honest with you. Now that I know the ins and outs of making and editing a music video, if I wanted to,
right?
I have a keen understanding now that like angles matter more than anything else. Like the shot does matter, but the angle in which you have the shot matters way more than anything else, to be honest with you. Because you can get a cinematic LUT and drop it on there as like as a color grade.
Right.
And the shit will look phenomenal. I could be at a corner store rapping in front of the camera, throw a LUT on there, and now it looks cinematic. But when you introduce multiple shots and angles, now you're able to really guide the audience to like, this is my story of what I'm telling. So what you got to do is like an overhead shot. After you do the overhead shot, you want to get into a medium range shot. And then after the medium range shot, you get into the action shot. So now that kind of guides the listener or the watcher on what to do. Yeah. So I think like budgeting for these videos, I kind of know now, like I'm not gonna over exaggerate the shit because I know camera angles now, nigga. I know you can get that tripod and do this. You feel what I'm saying? I know you can get that tripod and do this. Now, I will say, you got situations like the Kendrick Lamar Humble video. That camera angle when he was like rapping, he had his hand on the chin and he was looking and looking and looking. That fucked me up. I was like, oh shit, hey, who's doing that?
Do shit like that.
Yeah, that shit fucked me up. But I think budgeting wise, I don't try to like overspend no more, bro.
Same. I just think that the audience is in a different place. People would rather short form content rather than watching a 3-minute, one-time video. Right. So I would say prioritize short form content more so than a music video. Don't blow your whole budget on that. Shit, even us, bro. We shot 3 videos out of Real Rap Volume 1. I didn't super break the bank, but it was enough to convey the message across, and that's what you want to do. You want to, if you're shooting it for a project, you want to make sure that the environment is painted through those music videos. But you don't want to, kill yourself, because marketing should be the number one expense.
Yeah, there you go. I was just about to say,
number one expense is marketing.
I would rather pay a bunch of bread to an artist I know for a fact would do great on my song for sure, but also has his own like giant following, right? Because now it gives me an opportunity to like rap at a high level for sure. I was already gonna do that, but now I'm really gonna get in my bag, right? Like if I was able to get like Bryson Tiller on a feature,
right?
I know now, like, fuck the video budget right now. Let me grab this nigga and let me do my best. Because this is not just Martin doing his best, giving it to the people. This is Martin, like, this is the audience. Like, they're gonna look at this shit. People you don't even know. And you gotta be, once you know you're content with what you're talking about and you know for a fact, I don't give a fuck. Once you reach that threshold of like, I don't give a fuck what nobody say, this song is gas.
Yeah.
No matter what happens, you'll be content.
And that's where the marketing going to play.
Yeah.
Once you put it in somebody's face, you're like, okay.
Yeah.
Somebody's gonna like it. It may not be your homies. It may not be your mama. You know, it's a lot of people in the world. And
I had to learn that, Griff. Yeah.
8 billion of them, bro. You only really need about 1,000 to 10,000 paying customers, and you're great. You don't
Gucci.
go work for nobody.
By the way, you know Ricky's like an A&R type. He doesn't know this yet, but he knows this.
He does.
He's like an A&R type nigga.
He does. He just
Griff, the nigga called me. This is the first time all my homies call me when they talk about my music, right? Mm-hmm. This nigga called me and gave me the best direction I've ever heard in my life. I changed up the first verse.
I was very happy about it. Nah,
I changed the first verse.
I got my finger on the pulse of what people like. For some, it's a gift for real. Like, not to be not humble about it, but nah,
step on shit, like, nigga, crash.
Nah, I can hear it and be like, you know what really would have made me like this a little more if you would have, just a little bit, or if you would have.
Nah, Griff, he'll be like, if you just change the tone. When a nigga say tone, you know what he's talking about.
It's a delivery thing. Sometimes, like a lot of times, you own a beat and you not riding like this. You riding a donkey. This a horse though, but you got this donkey ass gallop on your beat, like
unicorn.
Verse, like nigga, this is a horse. You gotta
gallop.
Get up with that thing. Just rap your lyrics on the verse like that. Sometimes you losing that shit. Like that's why I love Hate Young Thug, because sometimes it's not even words. But I promise he rides the beat better than anybody that ever walked the face of the earth, besides maybe Michael Jackson. And his was words, so that's why he win. Yeah. But Young Thug, I don't know what he said. It was the perfect time for it though. And it was right on time on the beat. You feel me? Like sometimes it's just how it sound. Because when I watched Lil Keed's process, that really pissed me off.
Right? Keed?
Lil Keed.
You watched the video when he was rapping Peace and shit together and how he just saying anything?
Thug does that too.
He learned it from Thug. Okay. Thug does the whole process where he'll get the beat and figure out how he wanted to sound before he know what words he gonna plug. So now he know this is gonna be the flow of the song. Yeah. Now I just gotta put words in here. That's why sometimes he just say anything. He's like, fuck it, it's gonna sound good. I said it.
Yeah, the melody
is better. Yeah. That's what they want to hear. They don't really care about what I'm talking about.
That's the moving of the industry, Griff. And all that writing shit, they're not gonna really.
It's too many artists.
You gotta pick your spots.
It's too many people.
If you're a sniper, you gotta pick your spots.
Oh my God! Imagine you write 3 verses to one song, Griff, and they say you gotta do it over. I'm finna be fatigued. Like, bro, I actually don't like this beat anymore. I actually never liked it.
Then you gonna do some bullshit and they gonna love it, right? Then you gonna punch in some bullshit and they gonna.
No, you gonna wake up and it's gonna be out.
Yeah. A lot of people say that, bro. The beat they don't like and the song they don't like, you get the beat to hit you.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Like,
no Flock can put Kodak on. That is an oxymoron.
Bro, I have that beat in my laptop right now. It was on YouTube. And I guess he took it on YouTube, rapped on it, boom, blew up. Anything's possible, bro. I'm telling you.
He was cracking on his homeboy.
Paid for the beat, though.
Probably eventually. I mean, he made a lot of money off it. I would assume whoever beat him.
And I also want to apologize, Griff. You know, I was the nigga who, if you don't have tags in your beat, it might be my beat. You know what I'm saying? I apologize. He already knew I was going with it. Bro, I'm sorry. If there's no tags,
don't apologize. I'm a pirate, bro.
You looking for the one?
Come on,
you looking for the One Piece as well? Yeah.
Come on, Griff. You got me out here looking crazy,
man.
Tag your beats, ladies and gentlemen. Martin Dunn is searching. You know what I'm saying? Looking.
I mean, I got my tag on mine. You know.
Yeah.
No, Griff, I would never do that to your beats, Griff. Never. Now, Rella, though, I'll just troll Rella one time. Right? Hey, Rella, you had that tag at the end, bro. I had to. You know what I'm saying? That tag was all the way over there.
Take the old Rella beat, just hit him the whole finished song.
Hey, I see one nigga. I remember he got his beats just snatched every time, bro. Now you listen to this nigga shit. He got tags every 10 seconds.
Stop playing with him. Hey, listen, bro.
Every 10 seconds.
Obviously, I'm cooking.
The IP different, bro.
Obviously, I'm cooking, man. Hey, the music game dirty. Hey, you gotta kill somebody. That's what they make me feel like. I don't know. They make me feel like you gotta kill somebody, bro. Everybody who get popping, they make me feel like Jay-Z. I know he done got somebody killed. Diddy, clearly. I mean, we already.
That's why rap beefs.
Goddamn me. I'm talking about just rappers right now, but now you gotta understand that there's a whole different side of the music industry that's not rappers. They don't talk about them getting done dirty. We don't know about all the country artists that done got raped.
Thank you.
Forgive me, but
Rella thanks you.
Yeah, you don't know about all the other rock stars that went through this. They usually try to publicize what's going on with us. Like we the only people with problems. Like we the only people that got a little bit too much going on in our community. Yeah, it's a lot. Y'all got some closets.
Hey, trust me, bro. Trust me, bro.
They got some closets.
There's a lot of bad business too, bro.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
It is. I be seeing my dog go through it, man.
Let's be real. There's so many Biggies. There's so many Tupacs. You just will never know because they never had a good business acumen.
Facts.
You gotta learn. You gotta, first of all, to be able to do this shit, you gotta have a love for the business and the music. I feel like you have to have the love for the business more, a little bit more.
Or get you a team that allows you to just focus on the music and they handle the business.
That's hard.
Like that.
That's even harder. That's even harder, bro.
Like having a real team. Like I've seen a real team. It's tough. Like they overprotective, but they gotta be. You know, it's.
I know a real team. It's called Dat Field. Do you know who that is, Griff?
Yeah, I was about to say, like, you have to be overprotective.
Y'all, hey, I will say, y'all niggas, man. You Griff, your team, y'all boys are an army.
Right.
I remember before I even knew who you were, I'm seeing you niggas always on my timeline, and I always used to see the creativity in the cover arts, because I was like being cheap and making my own cover arts. Shout out to Mike Larry. Mike Larry was like, bro, your music is just so good, but the cover arts be ass, bro. I'd be like, it's me. I'm trying to be cheap, nigga. I'm not finna pay these niggas $100+ for a cover art when I know I can learn it myself like they did.
No, I ain't gonna lie, you tweaking. That's all.
It's about relationships, though.
Yeah, it is.
You meet people through people. Like, shout out to Eugene. He's probably made almost all of them.
Really?
Hand painted them, hand sketched them.
Damn, Eugene, I will be in your DM soon, by the way.
See, I got a question for everybody here. What's y'all favorite album art of all time? Like,
oh my gosh.
Anybody's album, not just your
Anybody's?
Anybody, because I love the Gucci franchise album art.
We know that.
You know that.
You know that. You know that.
I love the Gucci Mane series, but I think the Cash Money Johns. The Cash Money Johns from back in the day might be my favorites though. Like, no, not Cash Money.
That's a tough thing.
The Big Timers who was like, they both had the same kind of thing.
I'm gonna let brother go.
You know, with the.
Can I get 5 off, brother Ricky?
Go crazy.
Blueprint 1.
Okay.
I gotta throw one of this in here. DS4 by Gunna.
Oh, okay.
Because he's I see what he did there. Yeah. He pretty much made the Canton Hall of Fame. Pretty much him. Yeah. What else? I'm gonna go Lil Baby, My Turn.
Go.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Lil Baby, My Turn.
Really?
Yeah. I think it's an excellent cover art. He's sitting basically at the top of the quote unquote game, and he's overlooking with the moon, and then you have this shit in the back. My bad. It's only me with the Mount Rushmore.
Okay. I know you.
Instead of My Turn. So what is that? 3. I'm gonna go number 4. I'm gonna go Good Kid, Mad City. The deluxe version. Classic. The deluxe version with the van.
The van is that's a piece
that
of
is also
hip-hop
my
history.
number 1.
That's a piece of hip hop history.
Yeah, for sure. And then last, I gotta think about that one. Probably Ready to Die.
I gotta go next. Like I'm not trolling when I say what I'm about to say.
Probably Ready to Die. Yeah.
If you say,
that's my 5.
That's my 5. Go ahead. I'm ready. Say his name. Say his name. Say his fucking name. I know he was about to say, bro.
Yeah. Me too.
Nah, but y'all, hey, Griff, you know Logic be having some dope ass fucking. He got some dope ass covers. No, don't talk about Logic the person, Griff. Talk about the cover, the creativity in the covers.
Yeah, he be doing that back.
No, I'm talking about Under Pressure, the one where he spray painted his face to represent hip hop. That's my favorite album from that nigga. He's done though. I know he's done. Like right now, he is over. But I'm talking about 2015 Under Pressure, where it was like it's all dedicated to hip hop, and he had his face spray printed on the brick wall.
I know what you're talking about.
Man.
He's got good creativity. I ain't gonna cap.
He does.
I like the Everybody album.
Can I go number 2? I don't like that cover art.
That cover art is fire. He has literally every person on here, bro.
Yeah.
Like you even see J. Cole like in a bag type shit. So it's real. I like the Everybody.
My second one is my first is Good Kid, Mad City. All forever. Second one is Logic's Under Pressure. My third is Rick Ross. What's the joint he had MC Hammer on there? Teflon Don. Love that fucking project. Love that cover art. I don't have Lil Baby's cover art on there, to be honest.
Who?
I probably got Carter 3 for sure. Iconic.
You know where it's them from though, right?
Yeah.
Nas.
Of course.
Okay.
The legend.
Just making sure.
Because guess what? He's number 5. Respect me.
Okay.
Hey man, Nas is a heavy hitter, bro. I got
Ricky, are you going to Oh, Rick, go ahead,
let
go ahead,
Griff
bro.
go,
Go ahead, bro.
I ain't got no top 5, but Vacation in Hell by Flatbush and Zombies with the glitter titties in the front. That's hard.
That's a Ricky statement. Wow.
Yeah,
Love it.
When I seen that, I was like, okay, that's pressure. Like, and I got Doggy Style by Snoop Dogg.
Fire.
Pressure.
Yes.
Pressure. 36 Chambers by Wu-Tang. That's old. I seen that when I was a kid. I was like, oh shit. I don't know what the fuck going on here, but. And then you got them Currency tapes, them Pilot Talk tapes.
Yeah.
Man, with the green, purple. I copped them myself and shit. From the FYE and Sawgrass. So I remember copping those and looking through the whole memorabilia of it. And those tapes were cool to me.
Okay. That's fire.
I respect
like
it. Ricky had nothing to say, so I know it's a fire list.
No. I mean, my genuine favorite album artists are the old Gucci Jones and the old Cash Money, No Limit album arts. Like those are my genuine favorites. Like if I was to have a wall of album art, it would most likely be a collection of those, probably some OGs and shit, like that TM101 shit, realistically, because of the album, because of the album art.
TM103, man.
103 was definitely harder. The album art was harder, but TM101 is definitely like that's a hustler staple. That's damn near a Bible for a trapper, man. No cap.
Yeah.
That is what it is.
So I do want to ask you though, real quick, Giff, because I remember the days where AI standing for Allen Iverson. And nowadays, every time I go online, I don't know if it's real or not. Like every time I see Mariah Mills, Zion, you a nasty nigga, man.
Right.
That bitch don't look real.
So he was fucking an AI bitch.
Might as well.
Hey, where you think she got that from?
That is alternate intelligence. You are
artificial intelligent ass. But AI is taking over faster than I thought it would. I'll be honest, bro. I mean, I be working, bro. My job, they got AI establishing. They want us to learn this, learn that. I'm like, damn, bro.
It made me watch The Matrix all over again, bro.
Made me watch iRobot.
That's pressure too.
Yeah. Maybe I really need Will Smith to stop rapping.
I need him to keep rapping, bro.
Yo, watch your fucking mouth from me, bro.
If Adam Sandler can keep making movies, Will Smith can keep rapping.
No.
Brother Martin.
Good at rapping.
No.
Brother Martin.
Thanks, Griff. I appreciate
Stop.
you.
Brother Martin, can you tell me who's the first rapper to win the Grammy?
Will Smith.
What year? In what year?
But still, thank you.
Let the nigga roll.
Niggas ain't getting
Listen. We're the only genre that ices out our OGs. The only one.
So I'm supposed to say
a rock star before
we're not icing him out. We're not icing him out. I just want him to relax.
No, let him cook. He's Will Smith
in his own time. You don't got to give it to us, bro.
Stop. You niggas got to stop.
You've done enough, Will.
You niggas got to stop aging.
It's not about age.
Well, I ain't gonna lie.
It is about age. It is about age.
I will say this much.
He got the right people around him to be doing that.
He don't need the money. So honestly,
he don't need to do that.
No, I ain't gonna lie. When we got our broke OGs, that breaks my soul. That breaks my spirit. When our broke OGs, that do break my spirit. Will don't need a penny. He don't need nothing. So
he doing this shit for fun, and I get it. I love it.
But also, that's what I like about it though. Like he is rapping for fun. He doesn't need to do it. So I say let Will do what he want to do, and he's not clogging up no lane because he's not like getting a bunch of spins. He's literally doing it for
fun, for
IG and TikTok. So like Will can do it. I ain't gonna lie, not everybody, but Will can do what he want to do in my eyes.
You know what? When you put it like that,
well, Ricky, you got a good point. He can do what the fuck he want to do because he can do what he want to do.
Yeah, like
other people actually can't do what the fuck they want to do for it.
That's facts. That's facts.
Like
that nigga fall off because of their crazy shit. I don't know what the fuck is going on.
So I seen a clip of him. Like I think there was a lyric where they said he was dissing Chris Rock. I didn't get to listen to it.
I heard
it.
He did. And now we're saying we want that.
It was alright.
He can do that.
He can do that.
So
he gotta find a way. He can't go back and slap him again.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna keep it G. I slapped him. I'm not the one. He ain't slapped me. Like I don't know why he's doing comedy specials. I slapped him. He out here talking about it, telling jokes. I'm a rap about it. He did.
Yeah.
His comedy specials.
Oh no, most definitely. Yeah.
Oh wow.
You got slapped like Will Smith and told a joke about it. Chris Rock.
By the way, I don't really feel like Chris Rock is like all that amazingly funny.
I never thought so, but I do love Everybody Hates Chris, and I do love head of state. I feel like he has very good work, and I feel like everybody has an attachment to Chris Rock at some point in their life. He is a consistent in our lives. He has been around.
Movies wise,
for sure.
He does a lot of background stuff too.
Yeah, like he got a lot of voice work too. Like, nah, Chris Rock, he's one of our legends. We just don't like him that much.
I wonder why.
It's like Chris Paul. Like
he's one of our legends.
Whoa.
He's the Chris Paul.
No, please don't.
Short King alert. Defend your king.
Please
Defend your king.
Please don't.
Bro, they said Chris Paul's a terrible person.
No, Griff, you don't understand what you just.
It's great.
You don't understand what you just did.
It's great right here. You know, it's fantastic.
Me and him are going back.
He have those videos where he actually is being a terrible person.
No, he does have several moments.
Yes.
Live, caught on camera.
Bro,
he didn't have to go that far.
Giannis want to put come on, dog. Giannis is nice as fuck.
Yeah.
Giannis
really likes Oreos.
Piss off Giannis.
Yeah, right. Really likes Oreos.
He probably try Oreos for you. Chris Paul ain't doing that shit.
Yeah, nah. If it's not
no, he's not a good person for sure. But I'm just saying, basketball wise,
he's one of the best point guards of all time, for sure. Now, where you put him, don't piss me off.
What was it like? What was the NBA Live where D-Wade was on the cover? 06?
06,
yeah.
Chris Paul was nasty in that game, bro.
That is 15 years ago. That's crazy.
New Orleans,
20.
Nasty.
15. He said 06. 2020. No, it's 2025. Jesus Christ.
20. Because you know the year.
Yeah, it's 19.
It's
Jesus,
20 years, brother.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
my math was broken just now, but also I really felt 5 years younger just now. I do not know that.
Go lie. Chris Paul, like where he said where I put him, don't piss him off.
7.
All time list?
Yeah.
There's a lot of great point guards, so I don't have Chris Paul pretty high. But I do have him as a point guard. Yeah. I just don't have him over I have him over Steve Nash.
I got him 6'7". Yeah.
I do have him over Steve Nash, but I don't have him
defensive.
I don't have him over Russ anymore. I don't have him over Russ anymore. I don't have him over Steph. I don't have him Russ. I don't have him over Magic, right? I don't have him all these all-time great players
Stockton?
who've run. Yeah. That's an argument.
Nash, that's crazy.
I have him over Steve Nash.
I got CP over Steve Nash.
Griff, be careful.
But I got Stockton over CP. I got
That's arguable.
Stockton over CP.
You can argue that.
Hey, listen, Iron Man, say what you want to. Hey, 13 assists don't just come easy.
I'm gonna go with CP
11, 12, 13 assists don't just come easy.
Hey, say it again, Griff.
I'm going with him because he's a nigga. I ain't gonna do him like that.
Yo,
I did. Hey, listen, NBA home court, I did pick him up, so I ain't even gonna play around like that.
I'm more of a CP fan than most people. I mess with CP's game, but I didn't get to watch Stockton play grow up, but I've gone back and done the due diligence to review.
It's ridiculous.
And he literally does what he wants, and he's a skinny white dude.
But no, put CP back there and see what happened though.
I mean, he probably do what he wants too. I just don't think he does what he wants to John Stockton.
Did you say put
Gary Payton?
Hold on. Did you say put prime CP where in John Stockton's place back then?
Yeah.
He's doing, bro. Prime CP, by the way.
Killing them niggas, bro.
He is killing them niggas.
He's too creative back then. If we talking about the mind he got now, like
bro, I think so for one, assists are easier because they allow a lot more athletic plays in between what is actually accounted for to be an assist today versus back then. Back then, it had to be pass to score. Whether it's a jump shot or pass to somebody driving a lane, those are assists. Nothing else is an assist. So if I pass it to you, you do a that's not an assist. Today that is. So Stockton was getting a lot of raw dogged assists from my hand to the basket, basically. And a defensive dog and a floor general and just a big dog as a little white dude. I apologize. I even give little black dudes the same account. So it has nothing to do with him being white. Yeah. But you know, in the black community,
Chris Paul was a pit bull though, bro. That nigga, like prime Chris Paul in New Orleans, my nigga. The creativity he was doing to actually get those assists too. I'm gonna say this, Ricky.
I like CP.
That's arguable, bro. It's arguable.
You know what?
Then he go to Clippers. Oh man,
it's not. Again, the most prime. Again, well, Stockton had Malone, but having Blake.
Well, let's not go over that. Malone. Okay, Malone is a top 5 scorer of all time.
That's not fast. I didn't try to do that fast. I apologize.
Okay.
He had, what is he, 4 right now? 3, 4?
Somewhere around there, but he's top 5.
He's 3 because he was second until Bron came through. So he's 3.
Yeah.
So that's amazing. Back when the big 30-inch pythons was that thing, he had the Hulk Hogan arms. That was cool. But having Blake and DeAndre definitely does. That shoots you up fast.
Yeah, but he was clearly the best player on the team. He was clearly no. When Chris Paul gets injured, the team loses, nigga.
Yes, brother. Do you need him to say it louder?
They lose. Rockets when they played Warriors, they was up on these niggas, and he got injured, and they shot like 1,000 threes. And
bro, it was so sad.
It was sad. They bowed out, bro. When Chris Paul gets injured, bro, it's his facts. The team loses, so his importance is, you know what I'm saying? If John Stockton gets injured, yes, the floor generalship.
Let's keep it G. John Stockton
but he
played
had
82 games almost every season.
Facts.
That's fine. That's fine.
That's something that you account.
That's an ability that you have to account for.
If there's no Jordan, I'm getting rings.
I think everybody. I think Charles Barkley would have a ring. I think a lot of it will be a lot of parity, like for sure.
Parity like it is today.
But again, CP was in the West.
I just said that there was no Bulls because it wasn't just Jordan like everybody tries to
make
it seem.
Correct.
They had a real.
That's what I'm saying. This is arguable, right? I feel like I'm a Chris Paul fanatic.
I can accept the argument.
I know John Stockton's greatness. I know Steve Nash greatness.
I'm not putting
the only way I'm arguing any point guard shit is CP versus Stockton. Anything else is just like, nah, I'm not arguing CP versus nobody else. Like Steph, fucking Magic, no.
Isaiah, no.
I feel like
Isaiah Thomas.
Actually, whoa. Are we just
Isaiah was, bro. No. Isaiah over. Yeah.
Clarity, just making sure.
Never.
And CP you couldn't put CP on that Detroit team.
Nah. Absolutely not.
You couldn't. You would fizzle out. You couldn't do that.
There's 99.999% of point guards in the NBA history you couldn't put on that. Maybe Russell Westbrook and Isaiah Thomas. I don't even know if I want to put Russ out there.
Russell would have been swinging.
Yeah, you
got to be like that. Like Chris Paul, he passive aggressive.
Griff, just to give you some to contextualize, we had a group chat and we debated if you're building an NBA team, who are you choosing as your point guard first? Everybody in the chat said Russ, and I said Chris Paul.
No, that is not what everybody in the chat said.
You didn't answer.
Was it one or the other? Was it one or the
no?
other?
Like, if you're building a team, who are you picking as your point guard?
I can pick my point guard from history.
And then they say that when everybody chose Russ and I chose CP, he get over Russ. Over Russ, I said yes, yes, over Russ, and that's how this actually started.
Oh yeah, I remember this
good point though. You said point guard.
Yeah,
Russ is not a traditional point guard.
Thank you, brother.
Can you do me a favor?
I didn't say he was better. I didn't say Chris Paul was better than Russ.
I'll let you speak.
Yeah, please go ahead.
What am I supposed to do with these assist titles that the so-called non-point guard has?
I'm building a team.
I
didn't even tell you the next four niggas.
Brother Martin, I asked you a question. What am I supposed to do with these multiple assist titles that the non-point guard has?
Keep them. Hang them up.
Keep them.
Good job, bro.
I want to know how does a non-point guard win an assist title, Ricky? Can you help me out here?
Doesn't he have a scoring title too?
He does.
Yeah.
Doesn't he have an MVP too?
He does.
Yeah.
But I've watched him play basketball, and I know what wins.
That's fair.
I know what wins, nigga.
But I'm MVP, so
like those stats is amazing, right? On paper and in reality. But I've watched him play basketball. I've watched him go for a championship. I've watched this nigga. And I've watched this nigga. And I said to myself, if I put the right pieces around him,
I'm sorry,
I can get like CP3 on the 2012 Miami Heat squad, Griff. How many rings are we winning? Be for real. You know what I'm saying? Bron, Wade, Chris Paul.
No, you got to take somebody out.
Chalmers is gone. Chalmers gone.
No, you have to take out one of the big three. You don't just add Chris Paul to a championship.
No. If we're building a team, like how we added Ray Allen, because you don't just add Ray Allen. It's possible, nigga.
So here's my pushback on that. It depends on what players we have available for this draft. Because if I'm picking CP is not my superstar. CP is my second star.
I'm saying like if you're building a championship team,
you need your point guard,
and you need a point guard.
This is what I'm saying.
I'm choosing
on what I got my two options, my three options, my four options. Because if I'm using CP, then I can, utilize my other pieces more. But if I got Russ at the point, I can use him as the engine. I don't want CP to necessarily. Yeah,
but then are you gonna pick Bron as small forward to have Russ? Literally,
no. I want a shooter.
Yeah, but I want a point guard who could do that though. You know what I'm trying to say?
A point guard who's a slasher versus being.
I don't want a nigga to hold the ball like that. Like Russ needs the ball. Am I wrong to say that?
I mean, he was doing very well with the Nuggets.
In Houston, he didn't need the ball.
Yeah, CP
With
on the
James
team.
Harden.
Prime Russ when he's the actual first option.
Yeah.
He needs the ball.
Nah, really.
We're talking about these niggas in their primes. Like Chris Paul, he'll do, bro. He don't have to do it.
Russ won his 10 assists.
Thank you.
On everything,
Thank you.
Chris Paul was shed
Is that going to translate to winning? Is what I'm saying.
Jordan wanted his 30 points.
Right.
Did that translate to winning?
Yeah.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. But with Russ, did it translate to winning
when he had the team around him? Stop. He didn't just go average 30 dolo. Because when he did that, he got fucking smoked. When he didn't have a team.
Paul George?
For 5 years.
What about Paul George?
Paul George?
He fucking stinks. What about Paul George?
Kevin Durant in his prime?
Okay.
I don't want to. What are we talking about?
But wait, every time they were going to make a deep playoff run, his co-star gets hurt.
By the way, I'm just going to end it like this, Griff. Chris Paul was on the. Hey, Griff. 2 years before the OKC won a championship, Chris Paul was over there, bro. You saw what he was doing on OKC at his old age, 37. No, for the season. For the season.
First rounded. That's what I saw.
For the season.
They got first rounded.
They weren't ready. For the season.
He got Shea right, though. I would say he got
Hey.
He got Shea right. Hey, if you do have a young player, Chris Paul is who I do want as a mentor on my thing.
Same.
Before almost anybody. On my Bron and Chris Paul, those are the two people as a mentor.
And outside of playing basketball, he know the league way too well, bro.
Yeah.
I do Chris Paul that.
Chris Paul knows how to what's the word? Pervert the game, bro. Like he'll make you mad, because he know the ref gonna look over and then make you do something. Like he pervert the game to a point where it's like, bro, what you
on right now?
I'm trying to win. So I ain't mad at Chris Paul. I don't want y'all to think I think Chris Paul is a lesser player. My preference, if I'm starting a team and my first round draft pick has to be my point guard, I'm taking Russ. But if I can pick whatever, it depends on what the draft options are.
You're building a team. I mean, I want a true point guard. That's all I'm gonna say. I know Russ is gonna get his. I just don't know. I don't know if it's gonna translate to winning. I have questions.
Point guard.
Because a
nigga with 3 assist titles, a true point guard.
He's not quarterbacky enough for me.
Come on,
I understand.
All I'm saying is that gonna translate to winning? That's all I'm saying. I'm not.
Did it translate to winning for fucking Chris Paul?
Brother, it got closer than Russ.
No, he didn't.
Oh, really?
They both made the finals. And they both lost.
Wait, what year?
Russ made it very early too.
Yeah, facts. And dropped 42 in the finals against the Heat. What are we doing?
Russ made it very.
That's very cute. But got bounced out by rookie Donovan Mitchell. Next topic, man. Next topic, man.
No, stay here.
Next topic, man. Bounced out by rookie Donovan Mitchell.
How many points did Paul George have?
Paul George didn't show up.
Didn't show up?
Who else showed up? Who else didn't show up?
We're not gonna script. He had 5 points, Martin.
He didn't show up.
He had 5 points.
This is Paul. This is
not show up. 5 points.
All right, he had George Paul.
Oh,
that was George Paul.
George came outside in a costume.
But Russ showed up. Russ showed up for sure.
But y'all want to kill Russ for
no one's
fucking co-star.
I just want to.
Go ahead.
We're not killing Russ, brother.
Yes, you just did.
Russ.
I'm still choosing Chris Paul. I have questions.
Okay.
I have questions about the ability to win. Yes, go ahead and pick him, and then go pick Bron and go get AD.
Why would I do that?
And then you'll have the Lakers situation.
Why would I do that?
He needs the ball, bro. He needs the ball. Russ needs the ball.
I would go get a shooter if I have Russell Westbrook.
Now when he's on the Nuggets, he's playing off ball more. He's doing a lot. Okay, now we've seen a different side of Russ. He's doing great.
What he needs to be doing.
Right. Prime Russ needs the ball, bro. Like he needs to go get those 10 assists. He need to go get his points, nigga. He gonna get the rebound, nigga. And if you don't pass him the ball, yes, Griff, he gonna get pissed off.
He's very Gilbert Arenas.
And now my locker room is fucked up. We can't win a championship.
I can only imagine if you putting in the work, brother, and you're looking at people when he was with the Wizards.
Yeah, but stay with me. I'm building a championship roster. I have LeBron James on my team.
He's been.
I have.
How do you have LeBron? Where is this LeBron?
I'm talking about building a championship team.
Okay. So what do you?
What small forward? What other small forward would I choose?
We gotta do a live draft.
What other small forward would I choose?
Well,
why would I not choose LeBron at all?
If you're going directly for the GOAT, I mean, there's not much else that you need to build.
I don't know what we're talking about anymore. I don't know what we're talking about. I thought we were talking about just building a team. I can choose who I want. Because if we're really being serious, I don't
choose either.
I can't choose Steph. I can't choose Steph. You told me I couldn't. I couldn't choose Steph. I couldn't choose Magic.
I think it was like 4 options though. It was like,
you condensed the shit out of it.
Yeah,
I chose
it was
Chris
like
Paul.
4 options.
Oh yeah, you know what? I think it was like Chris Paul, Russell Westbrook. Was it
I think
John Wall or something.
John Wall.
Yeah, Prime John Wall. Yeah,
and some other options.
Yeah, bro.
But obviously, Russ and Chris Paul were the two best.
Yeah.
That's what it came down. Russ and Chris Paul were the two best. So yeah, if I'm starting a team, a brand new team, I don't know, man. It can go either way, but I think I want Russ.
Yeah,
I feel you, bro.
Attitude-wise, I want.
That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. That's all right. We just went from a.
That's why they got 2K, you know.
Yeah, I played 2K a lot, man, and it's very hard to argue for CP over Russ in 2K. Now, Russ jumper janky. However, if you get that timing down,
green and shit.
Hey, quick question.
That shit green.
Quick question, Griff. If you could produce for any artist, dead or alive, right now, who is it gonna be?
Prodigy.
Ooh, you know what I was listening to?
Hey, you know what's crazy? He didn't even flinch either.
Yeah. You know what I was listening to the other day, Griff? Survival of the Fittest.
My shit, forever.
Nigga.
My shit, forever. Forever, ever.
It's either Prodigy. I don't know. If I had the opportunity to work with like, damn, that's like.
Who alive?
I wouldn't want to work with them. I would just want to be in the room. If that makes sense.
But you got to produce for them. Like they need a producer. They called you.
Oh.
Like Prodigy. So alive right now.
Alive.
Prodigy's fire.
What would you say?
Because
who would you say?
Billy Woods called me. I would tap in with that. That's just so unorthodox to me. I would have to want to explore that.
See, I fuck with you, Griff, man.
Like even Larry June.
Of course.
Just because it's an experience to me. I watch his documentaries, bro. I'm like, damn, different life. You feel me?
He makes me really want to keep going forever.
And I wasn't really hip to his music too much. Castle put me on a lot, like big time. And like certain styles, it wasn't really my forte. But when he dropped the shit with Alchemist, I couldn't help it. But it was so relevant to life too. Like, and that's what he's good at. Like, he's really relatable in certain aspects where you're like, okay, either it's inspiring me or I could do that too. And June would be one. And then I would have to go with, I'll be honest, The Alchemist. I would love to work with him.
I'm not saying nothing. I'm not doing this with you. I'm not doing this with you.
Because I don't even know where that would go. I don't even know who'll be in that room with me.
You know, it's just...
I'm not doing this with you, man.
You know,
another one is Navy Blue. Navy Blue is a very good artist to me.
Yeah.
Like, and he's very versatile in different tones for me, like whether it be in the music or even just like him in fashion, because he deals with high level fashion too. I don't even know what that world looks like to me.
Now, I just want to say one thing, Griff, because I'm not trolling when I say this, because me and Rel have had many debates. Okay? I was watching Metro Boomin's Symphony Experience.
Okay.
Made me realize how many hits this nigga really does have. Right? And I thought about the list of producers I had, right? The moment I said I might have Metro over Alchemist, all hell broke loose. Not as
shout out my nigga Elvis Murray.
You know what I'm saying? Not as like better than this nigga, just like for the work that's been put in. And I know Alchemist has been here, right? Since I was probably elementary school, if I remember correct, right? Alchemist been out here, you feel me? But it's an acquired taste. Am I wrong to say that? When it comes to the Alchemist's production, it's an acquired. You gotta really not really love hip hop, but you gotta really like fuck with a certain type of sound, fuck with a certain type of journey. You gotta fuck with it really. Metro is more mainstream commercial, right? I don't have Metro over this nigga all time at all. I'm just saying, right now.
I like your opinion because you're right. It is a niche.
Yes, bruh. I know I'm not tripping.
When you go back to those Prodigy tapes, like certain beats in the Chemistry Files, even the one with Nina Scott, or is it Nina Scott? Hold You Down.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not from the East Coast, you might not think Hold You Down is a good song.
That's what I'm saying.
So it's like certain things I understand, like it's a different preference.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. I just want to make sure you understand.
I'm a hip hop purist sometimes. When you hear the boom bap shit, you can't deny it though.
sampling, all that. I understand
it. You can't deny that.
I just said
I'm not saying Metro don't do that shit, but it's like, I don't know.
It's tough, right? It's tough. Yeah, it's tough, bro. But go ahead, brother. Go fix your face.
I have
man.
nothing to say. I have nothing to say.
I'm not picking Metro though. I'll be real with you.
Okay.
I'm not picking Metro like easily like that. I can't, because I know who the Alchemist is, bro. You feel what I'm saying? I know exactly who this is. I know exactly the work that he's put in. That's all I'm saying, man. But you already gave your list.
Yeah.
That's why he was laughing like that earlier, because he's like, like, no, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, nigga.
You better tread lightly about niggas who really, you know what I mean? Put them beats together. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Alchemist 101.
So what you working on right now, Griff?
I have a project dropping next week.
Jesus Christ, nigga. What the fuck are we talking about? Hold on, hey, yo. I just spoke to you.
What?
At least 3-4 weeks ago, bro.
Shit.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
I prepared down myself, and
With the audio technical?
I had this in the tug already.
Okay.
I just didn't know when I wanted to drop it.
So people looking at me crazy.
Yeah, I kind of want to leave it in the summertime. So and that's how my life feel right now. The music I'm about to drop. So it's called This World of Mine. It's just an instrumental tape.
Fire.
And it's just full of. I don't even want to describe it because I can't even describe it sometimes. It's a lot of soul, a lot of like, I wouldn't say boom bap, like it's just something that you can relax to. It's a peek into my world right now musically and how I feel. It's a lot more relaxed, a lot more like you looking into the distance type of stuff, like in an ego type of situation. So I'm just really being mindful of the music and listening more. I don't do a lot. In this tape, I didn't do a lot to the music. I didn't do a lot to the samples. I really just let the samples ride if I had to, and yeah, I just let the music speak for itself at that point. So it's nine tracks. I ain't gonna lie, if you like sunny days, you a cool ass nigga, you gonna spark up, do your thing, you gonna relax to the music. So it's just one of those tapes I had to get out.
That's fire, man.
Sit on the beats too long, so
tag that shit 4 times for me, man.
Just so it's like another thing too, bro. These be the beats that people don't want to rap on. So
you never know.
Are you challenging me, brother Griffith?
I'm being so serious. Like I probably send them out. I don't get no hits on them.
There was one rap, the intro. You like, you choosing this one? Nobody wants to pick this one. I said, I'm starting to tape with that. What are you talking about? Load it up.
I've had one of those.
There's nothing against nobody. It's just even if you don't buy the beat, still I can still use it. So at the end of the day, it's like it's just the beats that be left over.
I feel that.
You just never know, bro. It's gonna be a rapper out here. I'm telling you. I've seen these jits are talented. I went to a Fort Lauderdale show, and I was just out there as a fan. You feel me? My homeboy looking at me like, bro, if you get on the stage, no, nigga,
I'm a fan.
Pay attention, bro.
Right.
I am nowhere in these pockets. These niggas are doing something different, and I'm just learning, listening, and just visualizing like, how do you paint this picture? How do you do that? I'm just a fan of everybody, bro. I love Broward County for real. So much talent down here, dog.
There's a lot of talent outside too, man. Like we just came from Chicago.
South Bend, different.
South Bend, Indiana, really. We had a show in South Bend. We had a show out there 2 years ago, so we were really familiar with the scene out there. But they love hip hop, bro. Like,
you got an artist that's from there, no? That's that field. I'm tripping.
Nah, no artists from there. Everybody's from Broward.
Okay.
But we got some good ties over there. Like I done made music with a good amount of people over there. I got projects with people over there.
That's what I'm thinking of.
They show a lot of love to us over there. So
that's how I felt about Boston.
We get out there, bro.
Right.
Niggas up north just love music, bro. I hate it down here sometimes.
That's because we're outside because it's heated all the time. They're inside in the cold, battered in. There's nothing to do.
Memorizing lyrics.
Don't do that.
Niggas skip Florida, bro.
Memorizing. No, they don't come to South Florida. They go to Tampa and get right the fuck up out of there. We do not, because we don't like them. So what's the word? Disclaimer. Yeah, if you're a rapper, you can stay out of South Florida. We is not gonna come. We is definitely gonna treat you bad. We gonna act like we don't want to hear that shit. That's what kept me from getting in that real bag of like really, really rapping, like the intricate raps. We don't care.
You know what I'm saying?
That's tough.
I'm getting into it now because I don't give a fuck no more, man. Complicated history,
probably get up to the north for that,
bro. I'm getting in my bag. I told Ricky this shit. I said, Ricky, I'm keeping this shit in. I rapped the whole thing. I said, Ricky, this shit staying. Complicated history, comically they new to me, politicking with people with light minds. Bro, like, I'm not playing no more, bro.
No, it sounds good when you get into a pocket, but when that is your style, bro, you grits. Don't I want to hear that shit out here?
Oh, like the only style.
You know what? I can't stand Griffin. You can't rap. I fucking hate that.
Like forced multisyllabic.
I fuck with Central C.
Like wordplay, like where you have you intent. It just seems so unnatural to me. Like, and I guess that's a southern thing. Like,
wait, it's unnatural.
Is a southern thing. Like,
unnatural.
It seems so like the multisyllabic like way that people rap when you're trying to do
like the Eminem type raps.
I don't even. Eminem does it the best.
What are you categorizing right now? I'm trying to understand what you're categorizing right now.
Lyrical, miracle, spherical, like that shit. Like the
nobody really like I see what you're saying. Like Tech Nine and like
so that's why I say like the rapidy rap ass shit. Like I'm not the biggest fan.
No, I don't like to listen to a lot of that shit.
People don't appreciate them. What's the word I'm looking for?
Lyricists?
Literacy like devices in songs anymore.
Yeah.
Like people are not listening to your illusion. People are not listening to your alliteration. Like niggas not trying to.
Entendre.
It don't.
Right. Forced to find the for that.
Can we stop being nice? Niggas are stupid. They're not trying to dissect shit. They're stupid. So you gotta simplify it.
You gotta simplify.
Niggas don't want to think that hard.
There's two ways though. There's two ways you can look at it. Yes, niggas are dumb in the way that they listen to music, but also like you gotta make it digestible. You can't just tell me it's good because it's intricate. Like it gotta be digestible.
Of 1000%, I agree.
Hard to make and it don't taste good, but I don't care if it takes 2 years to make. Then you feel me? So it's two sides to that coin. I do think it's a lot more niggas being stupid, respectfully. But it has to be digestible. So I feel like that's the hard part of being an intricate lyricist. Is actually it's the hook in a paragraph, like they teach us in high school.
You gotta pick your spots, bro.
That's what it comes down to. You gotta make your hook good, so I can want to read the other 4 paragraphs in this essay. Your hook gotta be good. Though. If I'm not feeling that, how you expect me to read 4 more things like it?
That's something I used to struggle with, but like hooks now, I'm getting through them bitches.
I was using the essay format, but yes, that's like.
I mean, like from in music.
Actually, you know, a hook is the same thing. Yeah, no, that's the catchy part. So an essay, a song, same thing. The hook is the part that makes you have to say, okay, let me see what the rest of this is about.
But then like you get songs like Rigor Mortis.
But see, Rigor Mortis is doing what it's doing, but not like us is doing what it's doing. And Luther is doing what it's doing because what? The hook is fucking catchy.
That's fire. That's a good thing.
Hey,
and sometimes
let's make it to you. Nigga, levels 5.
And see,
nigga.
Rigor Mortis, it mathematically catchy too. Like if you listen to hard enough, the niggas saying a lot of shit in a very specific way, time way, so your brain gonna catch on to it, and you gonna start talking about it.
Yeah, but you made a good point. Levels 5 is that. Because I was about to get in a fucking rappy rap bag, and I said to myself, no.
I like rappers who dibble and dabble in that bag. Because those are typically the better rappers.
Yeah, you gotta pick your spots.
Now, sometimes give.
I'm not trying to hear that shit 24/7, and
I'll throw it in though. I'll throw it in like I'll say like I had a line. You know, sometimes you write, Griffin, you just like look at your hand, you be like, damn,
I didn't wrote them.
I did that, nigga.
That's me.
You know what I'm saying? It was a line I had at levels 4. I was writing that shit in the pandemic because I was working on the 4 a.m. at Lauderdale, and I had said it was about when Damian Lillard had just dropped 60 points in the bubble, and I was like, Dame Lillard with the 60 piece, gotta see if the jersey real. Better check the seams because you know fake jerseys. You know what I'm saying? Bruh, I was like this, nigga. I was like, oh. I had said something. I said niggas be on phony shit, no MySpace, and then something about like ringtones. And I had mixed it together. I was like, oh my god, niggas not. Bro, I be writing, bro. I be like, these niggas not gonna catch this. Then my dog called me. He said, you thought you fooled me, but I saw what you did there. He FaceTimed me. I remember that day vividly. I had the old laptop. He said, I saw what you did there. I want to let you know you're not slick.
Like, see what you're doing, pal.
So yeah, I be having like those moments where I don't want to sacrifice real rap for just kind of like making simplistic music for niggas, man.
If even not that, like, so let's say it's not that, you at least have to like, you gotta hit the beginning hard, then like you at least have to. 42 Doug is a king of this. The first
another short king.
the short kings do be making.
But I think he's like the top of the hill.
He's the king of the short kings.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, nah, like 42 does. Like the first 3 seconds, he got a bar in. From the time
before I go, bro, like Jock. You're like, what the fuck?
Before I go, that's the first 3 seconds of this.
Some niggas gotta do that. Sometimes you gotta do that because of the type of bag you in. Like 42 Doug and his beat selection is the same as other trap niggas. You get what I'm trying to say?
Nah, he's like, the opposite of Big X the Plug. Their voice kind of makes them too.
Yeah, very true. Like Rick Ross, his voice make him. Big X the Plug.
Jada.
Fire.
Like right? Sometimes fire. Like I can say their lyrics out loud and I'm like, I sound like a bitch saying this shit, but when he say it, that shit sound cold.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, for sure. Delivery is everything, bro. That's why I think people don't really respect. Like, question, Griff, what do you consider conscious rap? Not a conscious rapper, but just like, is conscious rap a genre to you?
We don't even got this stuff no more.
They popping up. They popping up.
Hold on, I can't hear Griff. What'd you say?
I would consider myself conscious rap. Like that, I mean,
I didn't want to say it.
We speaking light. I mean, that's all we talking about. I'm talking about everything else that goes into that too.
But what do you consider conscious though? Is it just you talking about your life, or is it more so like, is it life rap? Is that what you would kind of call it if you were to describe it to somebody in like Italy who've never heard hip hop before in their life? And you say, what type of rapper are you? I'm a conscious rapper. Oh, what does that mean? What's your first thing you're saying, Griff? That's a good question, ain't it?
Yeah, that's a great question. I wouldn't tell them I'm a conscious rapper, though. I'll tell them I'm a hip hop artist. And whatever they mind goes from there, they're going to ask me a question from there.
They're going to be like, what is hip hop? What you going to tell them?
I'm going to just press play on the music at that point. I can't.
Your phone is dead, Griff. Your phone is dead.
Nah, where are they that they don't know what hip hop is? Where are they?
No, your phone is dead, Griff. Your phone is dead. Like, this is a person who. Will you be surprised, Ricky? Don't do that. I've been to Japan recently, Griff. There's one guy who never seen a black person before, bro. He looked at me like I was a unicorn. They exist, bro. They exist.
I ain't surprised about that.
G shit. So, like, if you were to explain, like, what type of artist, because I hate when people say, "Oh, what type of music do you make?"
And if I was to explain to a man that I don't know nothing about hip hop, I would tell him I'm an artist that open your mind. I'm an artist that will tell you about the fallacies of life. Hey,
that's incredible marketing. That's incredible marketing. That nigga's gonna be like, yo, where can I find you right now, nigga? Exactly. I ain't even trying to go to the library no more. I'm just gonna listen to you.
That's the point. But at the end of the day, it's like, that's what it is.
That's incredible marketing.
Music about the experiences. That's real.
That's incredible.
Them, that's where we at, and here.
Yeah, for sure. I think.
But the beauty of me though, I have so much. So like, even if you don't want to hear the rapping, which I can totally understand, people don't want to hear that shit sometimes. I got beat tapes that give you nostalgia feels that can, blast you off to different places. So I take that. I would probably show them that first before I show them the song that I
got. I don't know. Do you feel like you know when it's time to stop making music? Not well. Let me say this: to stop putting out music. And I'm going to use Andre 3000 as the example, who released the Flute album. And then Wayne released the Carter 6. And I seen somebody trying to make not a comparison, but they're trying to say like, nigga, like, this is why Andre 3000. Yeah, not too old, but I feel like time is like kind of ticking, right? At the threshold of like what you can do to inspire people.
Okay.
I think that's what I'm trying to get at. I seen somebody on Twitter say something about like, this is why Andre 3000 decided not to do an album because nobody would really appreciate it. It was somebody defending the Carter 6, by the way.
No, that person's a bot.
I appreciate the Andre stuff. Like,
yeah,
that's music. If you love music, you're not gonna be obliged to that. But even the Carter stuff, like, if you love music, you might take a listen, but it may not be your forte right now. You may be considering like, oh, what are you really talking about when you're listening to Wayne right now? And I think that's the big question, like, especially with Andre, like, what am I going to tell the people?
That's what I'm saying, Griff. Like, I think at that point, do you kind of like, fuck it, I'm not going to like put some shit out like that? I'm going to wait until I feel inspired? Still do it? Still do it? Say fuck it?
Especially if I'm an instrumentalist like Andre.
Yeah.
I don't have to talk to y'all no more.
I think Wayne needs to just do features now, in my opinion. And I'm a Wayne fanatic, by the way. When I say these things, Rilla doesn't like it. He touches his hat.
You see, I have nothing to say.
I think Wayne should just do features. I'm not picking on Wayne, by the way. But when I see a nigga have a 43-inch TV performing and all his lyrics is on a 45, I said, yeah, it might be.
Here's the thing. And I said this last time in regards to Wayne, right? The party has never stopped for Wayne. He has never had to change his life for music. He's never had to change what he's doing on a day-to-day basis to make a song. He's never had to change his format. Wayne has been punching in way before the rest of these niggas. Wayne has been rapping the exact same way since he came. Well, I
can argue that. By the way,
there was evolution. There was evolution. He's not the same bling bling Wayne, but obviously since No Ceilings, it's basically been bar.
Since the Carter 4. Mixtape Wayne and album Wayne are two different people.
It's two different. You can say it is two different.
That's why I say I can argue that.
You can say that.
Like No Ceilings 3 is a different Wayne, bro.
It's honestly, he could have done mixtapes for the rest of his career, and I would have been happy.
Yeah,
but when you put out an album, there's an expectation for an album.
No, there's an expectation for the Carter. You know, the Carter was ranked the best, like next to the Jay-Z's Blueprint. Yeah, it's like number one, and then the number 2 is Jay-Z.
I was actually seeing somebody read off the sales recently. It's actually ridiculous. It sounds fake.
Yeah,
it's kind of
nigga.
Like, the Carter series sales fake numbers. Like it's like 1.6 this weekend.
Griff, that's why I ain't do like numbers in my albums, bro. Because the expectation is always exponentially higher than the next one, and you already putting pressure on yourself to make sure the next one is the best. You feel me?
Yes.
So I think
you're trying to chase a dragon at that point.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So when you do the Carter 6, and by the way, Carter 5 was pretty good. It had Kendrick Lamar and the Mona Lisa feature. Yeah. It had what's the one that everybody's using?
Travis.
Let It All Work Out.
No,
let the beat. Let it all work out.
That's on Funeral. That's not on Carter's 5.
Really?
Oh yeah, really.
Seriously?
I promise.
It's crazy. But it was, like you have I'm Not a Human Being, the first one.
Yeah.
He had like 8 songs on there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's like timeless. Yeah. Right above it. I think it was
With You, I'm Single.
All that. All that. Right? So now you got the Carter 6. Pressure right now. I didn't feel like he had pressure until like they kept asking him about it. He just said, I'm working on it. This is the first time, bruh, I have ever seen a nigga just say, I'm working on something and nothing is happening. No singles, no snippets, nothing. He's just cooking. And I thought to myself, damn, it's been like how many years? 4 or 5 years since he actually announced it. My argument, Griff, is that the Cash Money shit that happened with the Carter 5 defeated him a little bit. That was my argument because it's the first time I ever seen a man actually like defeated. Now he's rejuvenated. Remember when Kendrick Lamar got on that rant because Wayne was gonna retire?
Yeah.
He started yelling no into the camera. I feel like Wayne, like, I don't know what mind he's in. I feel like his team failed him because there's a recent snippet that's flowing around with Warren G, nigga.
Fire.
Fucking gas, my nigga. I gotta play it for you, bro. And it sound like the old Wayne. You feel me? And I get this, like, I want the old. Bro, he ain't put it on there. His team would have done it if what's his name again? The president, not Mac Main, somebody else.
Mac Main, yeah. Mac
Main
was the president. Mac Main and Tez was his manager.
Tez, okay, yeah. So
I'm not gonna lie.
They dropped the ball. That's all that really is. And
the deluxe can save the Carter 6 right now.
He already has a deluxe out, I believe.
That's probably on there.
Yes.
I believe there's a deluxe.
Cause you know what niggas do, Griff. They'll just throw the shit out there, leak the shit just to see what the audience say, and then all of a sudden it's out.
It's not out. It's already been spoken about. But now I'd like to see Wayne write.
He's not gonna do it, bro. It's over, bro.
You can say that. That's cool,
bro. He
doesn't have
to. Bro.
I'm not his dad. He's richer than me, so I'm not telling him what to do.
When you get to no. When you don't write, bro. When you don't write and you punch in for the amount of years he did, you can't write. It's impossible.
Well, no, he's still having the same thoughts. The only way that you can write is to think of the words anyway.
Yeah, but you didn't. To put it on the paper when you're thinking it is two different things. Because then you're gonna be thinking about the beat. You're gonna be thinking about the delivery.
The flow, I know.
You gotta punch in, and once you punch in, you do that for years and years. You cannot write, bro.
What? But he wrote before.
Yeah. The 10,000 bars, and he ripped the fucking pages out.
I remember
that. Y'all niggas know I'm never writing again.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, that again, I'm not telling him what he needs to do. I'm saying what I would like to hear. Cause goddamn, I was just trying to say.
So Wayne's Frozen right now, dog.
But I would like to hear him like.
You're not right no more.
Because bro, here's the thing, right?
It's unfathomable for Ricky right
Here's
now.
what I think. This is where I think Wayne loses his fans, right? Like I feel like it's a subject matter thing, and I think I've heard it before. Like Wayne's fans.
Oh yeah, yeah. Good
like,
take, Rick. Good take.
We're getting
Yeah.
older, so like we do want to hear a little something. Like it don't have to be the most profound. You don't have to win a Pulitzer Prize, nigga. But like, make it mean something. You're not just on a jet ski in Hawaii with a bad bitch. Her name Mahi. Like I wanted to actually mean something. You feel me? Like
he's never been and it goes back to like what Rella said on another pod, Griff, where like, can Wayne make a Good Kid, Mad City, and can Kendrick make a No Ceilings? That was a good take that Rella had.
No one know.
We will never know.
Because
I said no.
If Wayne was going to make a Good Kid, Mad City, we had to do it at 16, 17. Like I don't think he can make it now.
Closer and adjacent to NO.
Yeah. So what I'm saying, Griff, is I feel like
that would have been hard too. Jesus Christ, if he was in the bag. But continue.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Oh, she actually fought with you, man. That's what's up.
Your cat likes people. I think she feeds off of your anxiety. Your cat's out of
Yeah, man. But I don't think I have anything else to add on that regard. I think the Carter 6 is it's not dog shit. I like Luigi something.
No, I like a couple of the songs. I let it play out.
But I'm disappointed.
Welcome to Carter, I have nothing else to add. Y'all are being very nice.
That band from New Orleans.
That almost pissed because I hear it. Almost. Because I hear it, because you know how you hear what it's trying, and I'm hearing like what it's
band
supposed
from
to
TV.
be.
Yeah.
I remember that whole mixtape. I'm sorry, I don't want no renditions of nothing that was on something that was perfect.
That just shows me, bro. That just shows me like you don't understand what. Like one thing I will say, Griff, is when a nigga with like Wayne get in and talk about pussy this and pussy that. That's a regular Tuesday on Twitter.
Yeah, in real
You
life.
know what I'm saying? So that's not gonna work anymore. So your connection with your audience, you got to show us that you can be conscious now. You got to tell us, hey, I've actually been depressed and dealing with this. If I've ever heard Wayne say he was depressed about a woman or a situation,
it's like 08.
Oh my God, bro! I was like, bro, I'm in tune.
Something you forgot, nigga? What?
Yeah.
I played that motherfucker to the ground,
bro. Fam,
Wayne got a lot of shit, bro.
I'm telling you. But at the same time, man, we done kind of got over time. I done covered a lot of what I wanted to cover with you, bro. Probably missed like 2 things, but at the same time, I think we got enough out of you to really say this episode is in the books, man.
Hey, man, I appreciate y'all, man.
Yeah, out of all the technical difficulties, we figured that shit out. Ladies and gentlemen, Riverside, get your fucking shit together. I'm not gonna crash on you. Rather tell me not to. But this shit's pissing me off. This nigga Griff was blipping out when Thanos was snapping niggas out of existence. He was coming in and out, man. We didn't even know that you gotta just download the app to be, you know what I'm saying? But episode 105 is in the history books. Ladies and gentlemen, the LTD podcast is here. We back. It's here to stay, okay? Expect greatness from now on, man. Griff, appreciate you again, brother. Whenever you come down to Florida, I will be having a listening session soon because my album will be ready by December 25th. That's 1,000%. So I'm having a giant listening session for rappers and shit.
You releasing it on Christmas?
Absolutely.
This nigga arrogant.
Oh, nah. The 2020 project I had, I released on Christmas.
Nah, we dropped Velvet on Christmas.
Yeah, man, you gotta give something to the people. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Special time. But with that being said, man, we are out of here, guys. Later.
All right, later.